Okay, I think we're live. This is epic. Out here in Austin, Robotaxi is called. 1 minute away, we've got a white Model Y. We're here June 24th, just 2 days after the official launch or into the Robotaxi era. We're taking a 7-minute ride to Noble Joe Coffee, which is a little bit of a weird way. So I tried to give it like a crazy route. It's about 1 to 2 p.m. Traffic's not that crazy. Also, shout out to Reed Nice Wonder who's filming and got me this insane tech setup to document this. So this is, I think, my fifth Robotaxi ride. We only had to wait about 4 minutes for the ride, so pickup time not bad at all. Um, Still flat rate of 420, which is epic. Um, Super chill day in Austin. We should be seeing this Robotaxi pull up momentarily here. Oh, it says oh, it's right over there. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Okay, here we go. So it's been really interesting because they have a safety driver in the front seat who's not allowed to talk to us. And I tried, even when I wasn't filming on my last ride, I tried to talk to them just to see what could happen and nothing. They're stone cold. Uh, but yeah. All right, I think we could probably get in on this side. Here we go. Fired up. All right. Oh, we got the garbage truck coming. Uh-oh, look at that. Here, I'll let you in.
Cool. I'll get in this right here.
Got the Robotaxi app if you need to check.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo! Okay, here we go. 7-minute ride. So as you can see, we've got nobody in the front seat, which is absolutely wild. Steering wheel turns itself. And I gotta say, the rides so far have been pretty smooth. Oh, there, I just click start back. Yeah, did it on my phone. Very smooth. Um, I will say you might not want to take Robotaxi if you're in a super big hurry though, because it is a little bit slower than normal drivers, if I had to say. Uh, but I've seen it do some pretty interesting stuff though. Like I've seen it take a few unprotected left turns. Um, I've gone on 5 rides. I want to say they've been flawless so far. Let's see what we got going on here. Next right. Wow. It's pretty smooth. 8-minute ETA. And I mean, this is super exciting. And I feel like my biggest kind of like thing that I'm curious about now is like how much of this is really like a beta, how much of it's ready to go. Like obviously we've got safety kind of drivers in the front seat. I'm sure this vehicle is being monitored from a gazillion different angles from Tesla HQ. Um, and it's just they've opened the beta to like, I don't know, maybe a few dozen people so far. So it seems like they're just like getting the first few dry runs to see how everything goes. But I'm really curious to see when this starts to expand all the locals. What do they do with the pricing? Like just so many questions. Oh, whoops. So many questions. Pretty smooth so far, honestly. With the craziest thing for me, I feel like, is that it's been boringly good.
Any questions from the chat?
Oh, yeah, see the chat. I didn't realize we got the chat. Oh, nice. Oh, the thumb. Oh, yeah, yeah. There's a secret thumb button that the safety driver has, I guess, but I don't know. I'm not too focused on that. There's clearly Tesla's got systems at place to make sure we're safe, you know? I mean, this is so dope. Look at this. I got the iPad. We got Reed here filming with his epic. Like, this is just so sick. Robotaxi era. This is insane. All right, anyone have any questions? Um, No announcements. Right now it's the service is available in the south of Austin. No announcements on when they're expanding it. It's a pretty big area though. Like I just randomly booked my Airbnb and stuff, and I was in the zone of Robotaxis, which is so epic. So it's taken like literally every I went to breakfast with my girlfriend this morning, Robotaxi there. Like insane how it's just integrated into the lifestyle. We are live streaming, so
You can tap on chats to bring them up on screen too.
oh yep.
Just basically press the screen.
Oh nice. Monorail test. That is super funny. Yeah, the monorail test is the test I used to do under the pillars um for my FSD car, which it eventually passed, but that was some scary moments. But I feel like that's also why it doesn't seem like that big of a deal now, because if you've seen FSD, like this is literally what I do every single day in Seattle, you know?
They block your face. Maybe just
Yeah.
put it down.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah, model test and Robotaxi. So also, for those of you who know, I'm a very safe, cautious driver. Always like to be better safe than sorry. And I gotta say the Robotaxi delivers on that. Like it's very safe and cautious, more so than other Tesla FSDs. Like I want to say it's in chill mode or turtle mode or something because it's going super, super smooth. Oh yeah, and they have stop on the screen. Look at that. Wheel upside down. Epic. And I know there might even be like, it's interesting because with everything being filmed and stuff, there's obviously like some kind of mishaps that happen or like the car messes up subtly. But it's like, think about how many times human drivers mess up subtly or get in a crash. Like, we're already racking up thousands of rides potentially on the Robotaxi network. Not a single crash I've heard of. So, hoping that track record stays for as long as we can. Um, but this is pretty cool. And Austin, I gotta say, coming from not Austin, you realize how much the self-driving has taken over this city. Like visiting in the past 2 years, there's Waymos everywhere. There's Zooxes, all these cars with all the radars, and then you don't even really notice the Teslas because they blend in so well. But the Teslas are now driving around with the Robotaxi sticker too. So you've got three competing, not all launched, but like set to imminently launch basically Robotaxi services in Austin. So it feels like, SF used to feel like the future, but now I feel like Austin has got that new like Silicon Valley kind of like futuristic vibe. Like, and the Robotaxi is just cementing that and making it even more of like this futuristic, crazy like Oh, I didn't watch Farzad's video with a deer. That seems cool though. There was a deer in that FSD. Um, wow, working very well so far. Oh, there's a Waymo. Let's see if we got any tricky turns coming up here. Oh, we've got a left coming up in about 0.8 miles, so hopefully that should be a tricky turn. But literally every single ride I've done, I think this is my sixth one now, boringly good. Like literally, my last ride, I stopped paying attention to watch the little screen because they have a little screen here in the back. Ooh, we got some rain coming. Sure if you can see that. Officially, we've got rain. See the test here. Hopefully, it's a monsoon or something. But honestly, decent sized drops. But so Robotaxi working at night, working in the rain. Um, Pretty cool. And it's funny because almost everyone said the same thing. Like when I met up with a few other Robotaxi riders, shout out to Sawyer and Omar and Dirty Tesla, who I met up with yesterday. They were talking about how smooth it was and how boring it was. And they were like, yeah, already taken 10 rides. It's like, we're just taking rides everywhere. There's nothing's happening. Like, ooh, okay, we got a safety vehicle. I guess this is the left coming up. Or no, this is a straight. Always, it's always staying in the perfect lane. Look at that. It's crazy that this is just out in the wild. Like, because you think there'd be all this rules and regulation about it, and like, you know, is it legal? No one's in the car, blah, blah, blah. And like, there's this September 1st law they got to comply with, but it's also like, they're just doing it. That's kind of how I felt when Tesla gave me FSD. I was like, this is wild. They're just letting me self-drive my car on the streets with the press of a button, like in my car. Like it felt so cool. I guess it was beta, but um oh, Gordon Johnson, a shout out. Yeah. It's funny to see. I mean, honestly, okay, this is a good rant to get in while we're on the live stream, but is I feel like there's such a big gap between the people who understand Tesla and are kind of like living in the future. Like my car, I've been doing road trips all up and down the coast, LA and back from Seattle. And everyone's like, how did you do that? Like everyone who doesn't have a Tesla is like baffled that I drove so far. And I'm like, it's 5 hours in my car on autopilot, favorite podcast bumping, like so chill. And so I feel like I know this secret that other people don't know, which is if I buy a Tesla, my car can drive itself. And so many people are in this bubble of like Tesla this, Tesla that, you almost this, you almost that. They've like totally lost the sauce on like what Tesla actually is as a company and how their self-driving technology in the past year of Elon's exponential drama increase has gotten exponentially like more useful. Like FSD went from something I did 10 to 20% of the time to something I do 90% of the time in my own car. And it's just crazy how fast this is becoming normal for people in the Tesla world. And so I think that's like it's just hard to I just wonder when the world's kind of going to catch up. And this does feel like a bit of a chat GPT moment. Ooh, we're getting some pouring rain right now. I'm not sure if you can see out the front. Connection's probably getting crazy. Could be a monsoon. Damn, think it was supposed to rain today, but
Protected left.
car's not getting into trouble, so that's good. Maybe we'll squeeze it. I don't know. Do we have time to squeeze in one more ride, or
Sure.
we'll try and squeeze in one more ride after this because we're already at our destination. Too smooth, too easy. But anyway, that's kind of what I was saying. Like I just feel like it's it's so smooth. And oh yeah, do we have any cool questions here? How does this scale better than Waymo? Well, first of all, you realize this is a Model Y, like coming off the production line. That's what's so crazy. Like this isn't like a modified Model Y or anything. It's just like, and Waymo obviously doesn't make their own cars, but that's what's mind blowing is I think this is going to be a viral moment for Tesla's sales to increase massively because once everyone is like, wait, my car can drive it's like people are going to read about the Robotaxi launch, they're going to see the Robotaxis driving around, and then they're going to be like, wait, if I buy a Tesla, I can just have my car drive itself. Like this is going to be the best possible marketing for Tesla's own vehicle sales, which is so interesting because everyone's talking about how the Robotaxi, it's going to add billions and billions of revenue and like it's going to be this huge new growth driver for Tesla. Ooh, look at that. Nice quick left there to taking us in exactly where we want to go. Wow, let's go. But I think it's going to be a big driver for sales. Because that's one thing, like I only rent Turo, like Tesla's on Turo because I'm so used to it and I'm addicted to FSD. Okay. So now we're getting off. Oh, yeah, stop. Whoops. Yeah, stop talking for a sec. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for participating. Guess how's it going?
Yeah, you too. Uh-oh, we're raining, so we're gonna have to get out of the rain. Disaster. Oh, we can go under this tree maybe. Okay. Uh-oh. We've got a ton of camera equipment, so this is a serious technological risk here. Leave a tip. This is funny. They don't let you leave a tip. Okay. Now I'm gonna call us a ride. Um, Call us a ride back to where we were, kind of. And rides 8 minutes away, just like that in 2 seconds. Like it's crazy how it's just literally like Uber, but even simpler. Should we go a little bit under? I want to make sure that we got this cool camera. Oh, but epic ride. I guess we can try and chit chat for a couple minutes. Cheap therapy, having someone listening so well in the front seat. That's hilarious. I will say it's a little bit weird with the person in the front seat right now because they're not allowed to talk to you. So I'm a chatty guy, like I like striking up a conversation, making a little joke. That's not really the vibe. But I feel like once that goes away, it's crazy because when I did the first Waymo ride, like once you get in and you realize like it's a kickback, like nobody's focused on driving. It's not like it's like it's hard to describe, but the feeling of the car is fully responsible. I can just do what I want to do is like such an amazing kind of like relax. It just makes the whole vibe fun and like epic. And so I think that's what people are gonna love. Like you're driving to dinner, you don't have to worry about drinking and driving, like all that kind of stuff. Um, it's gonna be a game changer for the whole economy.
That's
Yeah. Destination is where we were. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna change it.
Terry Black's parking lot.
We're going to Cafe No Say, which is shout out to my friend Joe, and it was a cafe I had breakfast at. So we're 6 minutes away. We've got a white Model Y. I guess they didn't give us the one we just had, which is interesting. So let's talk about the state of the, okay. Will they create Model Y variants with no steering wheel, Cybercab before it hits the road? So it is going to be really interesting to see, I'll put this on screen, to see kind of how this evolves and what happens here, because it's like, uh-oh, whoops. But just basically like, are they rolling this? Are they going to start to modify these Model Ys? When do we see the Cybercab? I think it's actually to their benefit how low key it is right now with the Robotaxi, and just kind of like blends in because everybody has a Tesla. So I feel like it's amazingly like just the way it blends in is super good. But I personally think the Robotaxi or Cybercab era, like the Cybercab designed after the New York taxi cab, like an homage to that with the yellow kind of taxi cab vibe, I think is such an amazing, like, I just love how Tesla does that with their design, and it looks futuristic. Like the doors go this way. It's like this gold like thing with no one in it. Like I think that's gonna be the truly viral moment. I was kind of hoping they would launch Robotaxi with Cybercab, but I think this is what they're doing for now. So it'll be interesting to see what the next variant of this is. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Model Y with no steering wheel, but I don't even think that safety drivers are allowed to touch the steering wheel actually, which is interesting. Um, let's see. Uh, hit up Juice Land. Ooh, I was thinking about hitting up Juice Land. That's a good idea. Okay. The ride fee is $4.20 a ride. Okay, now we're still 5 minutes away. Austin is hot. I gotta say, my favorite feature of the Robotaxis is that the second you get in, it's like perfectly climate controlled. That like makes a big difference. And you can choose your music and like I was just watching YouTube in my other ride, like super chill. Um, yeah, this
So,
for those who are just joining. Uh-oh.
so cycle.
Oh, yeah, yeah, look, there I am. Oh,
Let's do this. Don't have. Well, let's do this.
technical difficulties. Here. So that's the Robotaxi app. We are 4 minutes away from another Robotaxi ride. Probably going to be another flawless ride. So fired up about that. We got Reed, shout out to Reed filming here. Insane tech setup to document. I gotta say, yeah, it's funny because I was in a Cybertruck last night. The Cybertruck is so cool. Like I feel like it's a little bit, I don't want to say underwhelming, but it's so good that it's the Robotaxi service is so good it's boring, and it's not in the Cybercab or Cybertruck, so it just feels so normal. Especially if you drive around on FSD, like that's what's been my biggest realization here is it almost feels like so normal. Um, because we've all been waiting for this for so long. Like I thought it was going to be such a crazy big deal, but it didn't, and it is, but it just feels so normal. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to mention. Somebody mentioned total cost of ownership by having Optimus clean them, but uh, every Robotaxi I've been in has been insanely clean, like crispy clean, probably because they just launched. So we'll see if they keep that up. But I think those are the big things that why consumers are choosing Waymo, even though it's more expensive. Why are people choosing Waymo that even though it's more expensive? Because you have a cleaner ride, you have a more comfortable ride. You don't have to deal with, talking to someone. Maybe the driver smells bad. Maybe they don't know where they're going. Like, the bar of human pilot is not perfect. And that's what's going to be really interesting to see as the press and everyone talks about Robotaxi. It's like, yes, it's going to mess up, but it's going to mess up so much less than people. And that's why consumers are going to vote with their wallet. Like, consumers, I mean, I think there's going to be a huge wait list for the Tesla app as they slowly open this up, but people love Robotaxi. They love paying more for Waymo because it's a better experience. That shows you that their trust in the safety of the system is already there. So it's not about, I mean, in some ways they have to produce all this data. They have to convince regulators billions and billions of miles of who has the safest self-driving car. But honestly, none of that matters if you can't trust consumers or you can't win over consumer trust. And I would say Tesla's arguably already done that because so many people have used FSD. Waymo's already opening up the idea of self-driving cars. So it feels like as much as you're selling a ride, you're really selling trust. Ooh, we're already picked up. So for only 10 cars, this is what's been fascinating. They say only 10 cars are in service. I've only been waiting 4 to 7 minutes each ride. So now we've got, it says arriving. We got a white Model Y. We'll see it turn somewhere here. Ooh, there's us. Nice. Love it. Always brings a smile on my face to see the Robotaxi. Okay. Pulling in. Pulling in. Wow. It's hard to tell. I'm like, do we keep getting the same guy? I don't know. Oh, finding a safer location to pull over. Also, all the pullovers have been flawless so far. Like, it finds a perfect spot to pull over that's kind of out of the way. And I've noticed maybe it'll be 10 or 20 feet from where you actually call it, but it's finding a safe place to pick you up. So that's been another thing that's been working really well. Um, Here we go. Ride number 2 for the day. I'll show you the app. Got the app between.
Oh, you're good. I remember you from earlier.
Oh, yeah. Right. You just gave us a ride, didn't you?
Earlier.
Oh, earlier. Okay. I've been taking so many. Part of me feels guilty because I've literally just been going in circles on the ride with like nowhere to actually go. But this is the most fun part. All right, check this out. Pressing the button. This is literally where you feel like you're in the future. Here we go. Here we go. Like, that is so satisfying. And then it's like our spaceship has taken off once the button's been pressed. So, oh, here we got a super chat. This is exciting. Galley, is the driver's safety for emergency stop because no one is in the driver's seat? To be honest, I don't know, and no one's telling us about that. So, um, I'm not sure. Um, I think it has something with monitoring back to HQ. I mean, I feel like these rides are going to be like so documented and analyzed and kind of they're watching every second of the ride to make sure it goes smoothly and kind of perfect the service. So not sure what's happening, but I trust Tesla has a strong scheme here. It is funny because I feel like you think of Tesla as kind of like sometimes like so crazy and just like flying by the seat of their pants. Like, what did Elon tweet? Or like, what crazy thing is going on? And then you forget that it's like such a kind of like huge company with so much resources that with so many smart people that's just like operating so efficiently. Like, they know what they're doing. They've been planning this for years. They're super dialed in. They have their system. That was actually a really impressive turn. Unprotected right turn onto this bigger road that I just did right there. So that was pretty cool. Passing the bus once again, just boringly smooth. Let's see if it picks this lane. Staying in this lane. is after driving on FSD for a while, sometimes I'll try and like correct the Tesla and be like, why isn't it doing that? Or why did it do something? And then you realize it sees something ahead of when you saw it, and it's like, oh, actually was I needed to be in this lane, or somebody's taking a left that I didn't see, or so it is kind of cool to see how smart it is. Better. I've already admitted that FSD is a better driver than me in my 2020 Model Y. So these are brand new 2025 Model Ys with the new AI chip. They're definitely better than me at driving. Um, Here we go. I mean, I think it's going to get normalized so quickly. Like riding in a Robotaxi is going to just be like, I can already see Robotaxi, the verb. Like you want to just Robotaxi to the show? You want to just Robotaxi to dinner? Want to just oh, we'll go to the bar. We'll just Robotaxi home. Oh, I'll Robotaxi over. Like maybe it's just because it's priced 20 right now, but it feels I'm down. The weight is not an issue when it's priced at 420. I'll say that because it just seems, and maybe it's just so fun, but I think it's gonna blend in quickly. People are already so like their people are so used to calling a vehicle on demand with an app, which I know sounds dumb and obvious, but Uber's only 5 or 10 years old. So this idea of like hailing a car on an app, in many ways, I feel like now is such a perfect moment for Tesla to launch this. Like new Model Y, they've dialed in the AI chip, they've dialed in the self-driving, they have the production capacity, the costs are down. Everyone has gotten used to ride hailing with Uber. Self-driving is starting to become normalized in a thing with Waymo. Like it almost feels like this is the to get adopted by people quickly. Um, and it's insanely convenient. I mean, I think there's this app that's like 80% two people. So that's why the Cybercat with only 2 seats is going to fulfill most of those, and then Robotaxi. So I think quickly what's going to happen is you're going to still have the Model Y for maybe bigger rides when they, let's say, deactivate the steering wheel and you have like 4 or 5 people in the Model Y. Cybercab will be for two-person rides. Robovan, who knows if that will ever come out, but then that will be for more rides. Um, oh, Robo here, Robo there. I like that. I like that. Yeah, sorry if our quality's going in and out. We have a really fancy camera filming this, so we have all the footage, but we're streaming, we're doing it live right now, which is pretty crazy. Um, Here in Austin, I don't want to say rush hour, but rush hour past 2 p.m. Wait times have only been 5 minutes. Flawless rides every time. We're 3 minutes away here. We're going to South Congress Street, famous street in Austin, super busy. That's also what I thought was cool about the Robotaxi ride. Like they're not just launching this in some weird middle of nowhere town, like or weird part of Austin where no one goes. Like it's launched in the most busy part of Austin, like where I guess it's right across the river from downtown, but it's launched in like, where everyone wants to be, South Congress, where all these bars, restaurants, shops are, hotels. So it's not like they're starting it in an easy place, which I think is interesting. I'm hoping they're gonna beyond expanding to other cities, which is gonna happen, they say soon. I think it'll be super cool to see it just expand within Austin itself. The Austin metropolitan area is like 2.5 million people, being kind of a sprawling city, especially when you think about like the Tesla factory being 15 minutes away, the airport being 15 minutes away. Like I think if the Robotaxi can start to expand with all of the Austin metropolitan area, that alone will become a massive business. So that's kind of what I'm curious about. Like how many people do they expand this to? Does it keep expanding in territory in Austin? Um, I think there's a lot of like exciting stuff to come. Um, I mean, I was calculating that with 10,000 rides a day, they can do 15 million in revenue. I think that was only like $10 a ride. So even though it's just one city, this represents a massive opportunity for Tesla to build a huge business, and just kind of shows, and I mean, the ideas for what you can do with a car, especially with Optimus in this, delivering packages, picking up your stuff. I mean, the combination of Robotaxi and Optimus is going to not only just crush companies and industries that we know of and think of, but it's going to create new industries. Like, I think that's what's the biggest kind of thought exercise and outside the box thing to think about Robotaxi is not just like, oh, is it going to replace Uber, but like, how has it really changed cities when transportation becomes so much more ubiquitous and cheaper and safer and more sustainable? How is it easier to get to different parts of the city and go to different businesses? And how does that change the layout of the city? Because now this place that didn't have a bus and was hard to drive to, all of a sudden people can just robotaxi there for a fraction of the price. And now all of a sudden that has become accessible, and the businesses in that area, and maybe there's a nice beach or park in that area, gets more use. Like just the idea that where you live, like you don't realize that where you live really defines you with what you can do. And so much of that is based on like, do you have a car? How much of a pain in the butt is it to get your car there? And so transforming that equation is going to create a lot of new industries and jobs and real estate patterns that are hard to even think through. And then once you layer on the Optimus change on top of that, with Optimus in the Robotaxi, it's like, wow, this is going to totally transform the economy, like literally transform the economy and boost the entire US economy. I actually have a couple more, I have one more scheme, but we're going to get out here. We finally made it. No, thank you. Might see you again, but who knows? But yeah, anyway, I mean, just to wrap it up, so we've shout out to Reed, who's been arms going crazy here. But this has been so cool. I mean, Robotaxi rides, literally feel like I'm living in the future. And it doesn't look different, but this might be a bigger step change than the electric car, the autonomous car, because the autonomous car is like a train that can go anywhere without a track. Like this might be bigger than, like, you think about going from horse to car 100 years ago. We go from human powered car to AI powered car 100 years later, an equally as big of a change. So I feel like that is what's getting me so hyped up about this, is like, this is it seems so normal and boring, but that's kind of underscoring how big of an impact this is going to have on the actual world economy, like literally increasing US GDP, increasing the global economy's productivity and human productivity from this technology, starting here in Austin, Texas. So thank you everyone who joined the live stream. This was so epic. Just did 2 flawless rides, and yeah, boringly good. Shout out to Tesla and Elon and the team, because this is legendary and pretty surreal. So I guess, yeah, we'll tune out and keep cruising around, get more footage. So thanks to y'all for joining. I can end stream.
Top right in the stream.
Bye. And everyone follow Reed Nice Wonder, who helped me film this. He's awesome. So have a good one, everyone.
It's at the top right there in the stream.